Hi, fifth graders. I'm Tran, and this is lesson 4. In today's lesson, we're going to be learning multiplying by one-digit numbers, word problems with multiplying by one-digit numbers, multiplying numbers ending in zeros, and word problems multiplying numbers ending in zeros. So for the first page, we're going to be multiplying by one-digit numbers, and I'm going to be doing numbers 1, 5, and 8 as an example. Here we have 652 times 6, so we're going to set it up just like this. I like to put the bigger number on the top because it's easier to multiply that way. So we go from right to left when multiplying. So 2 times 6 is 12. So we put the 2 here, carry over the 1. Now 6 times 5 is 30, and 30 plus 1 is 31. So you put the 1 here, carry over the 3. And 6 times 6 is 36, and 36 plus 3 is 39. So for number 1, our answer is 3,912. For number 2, we have 1,813 times 3. And once again, we put the larger number on top. So we have 3 times 3, which is 9. Now we have 3 times 1, which is 3. We have 3 times 8, which is 24. So we need to write the 4 here. Carry over the 2. And now we have 3 times 1, which is 3. And 3 plus 2 is 5. So for number 5, our answer is 5,439. For number 8, we have 89,203 times 4. Like always, we always put the larger number on top and we go from right to left. So first we have 3 times 4, which is 12. So we put the 2 here, carry over the 1. Now we have 4 times 0, which is 0, and 0 plus 1 is 1. Now we have 4 times 2, which is 8. Next we have 4 times 9, which is 36. So we place the 6 here, carry over the 3. Now we have 4 times 8, which is 32. And 32 plus 3 is 35. So for number 8, our answer is 356,812. Now for our word problem. A university bookstore ordered 8 shipments of notebooks. There were 389 notebooks in each shipment. How many notebooks did the bookstore order in all? When it says in each, that's how I know we're multiplying, and we have the numbers 8 and 389. So we're going to set it up just like the other problems with the larger number on top. Now we have 9 times 8, which is 72. So we're going to place a 2 here, carry over the 7. Now we have 8 times 8, which is 64. And 64 plus 7 is 71. And 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 7 is 31. So for number 1, our answer is 3,112. But we also have to label our answer because we could be talking about apples, bananas, but in this case, we're talking about notebooks since it asks how many notebooks. So we need to label it with 3,112 notebooks. Now we're going to be multiplying numbers ending in zeros, and when we're multiplying by numbers that end in zero, we just ignore the zeros for now. So for example, for number 1 we have 6 times 300, but we're going to ignore these zeros. So we imagine that this is just 6 times 3, and 6 times 3 equals 18. Now we look at the zeros, and the number of zeros we have from each number, which is no zeros here and 2 zeros here. So we put 2 more zeros, and for number 1, our answer would be 1800. Now for number 7, we have 4,500 times 300, and once again we ignore the zeros for now, so all we have is 45 times 3, and 45 times 3 equals, so we have 5 times 3, which equals 15, 3 times 4, which is 12, carry over to 1, 135. And now we look at the number of zeros from each number. So we have 2 zeros here and 2 zeros in this number, which makes a total of 4 zeros. So we're going to add 4 zeros to our number. So for number 7, our answer is 1,350,000. Now for number 10, we ignore the zeros once again, so we have 8 times 36. I'm gonna write it like this. So 6 times 8 is 48, and 8 times 3 is 24, and we need to add the 4, so that becomes 28. And now we look at the number of zeros in each number. So for here we have 2 zeros in 800 and 2 zeros in 3600. So we're gonna add 4 zeros in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for number 10, our answer is 2,880,000. Now for the last page, we're doing word problems with multiplying numbers that are ending in zeros. So for number 1, we have a seed company filled 7 bags with seeds. They put 9,000 grams of each seed of seed in each bag. How many grams of seed are there in all the bags combined? So we have the numbers 7 and 9,000, and we know we're multiplying because it has the word each. So we're gonna set it up like this: 9,000 times 7. Now we're just gonna ignore the zeros once again. So we have 9 times 7, which equals 63. And now we can look at the zeros and see how many there are. There's 1 zero, 2 zeros, and 3 zeros. So we're gonna add 3 zeros to this number. And our final answer is 63,000. But we need to remember to label. And in this case, it's asking for how many grams of seed. So it will be 63,000 grams of seed. That's all for this lesson, and I'm Ethan Tran once again, and I hope you found this helpful.